and welcome to a new week at Robson's Retreat. If your household is anything like mine this morning, it's the start of the new academic year, so everything's been hustle bustle, and there we are, hustle bustle. Even the phones are all go. Nah, I checked it out and it wasn't anything important, but this week is important. We're moving into September, we're moving into a new part of the year. Cozy season is coming and I've got a ton of stuff to do. Actually, over the weekend I started filming Vlogmas. So for anyone who thinks and feels that Christmas is a long time away, certainly for me Christmas is very real right now. I've got markets coming up, I've got lots of new things to go on to my, or planned for my range this season. And part of that will be embracing autumn and also embracing Christmas. And this is part of embracing Christmas. I've actually featured these in my Vlogmas Day 1 as well. These won't be here by the time Vlogmas comes around. They'll be sold and in lovely new homes being opened. These are advent calendars and I've only made a grand total of 5. 1 I'm taking for myself. And 4 are going to go onto my website and my my market table for 4 lucky owners. They actually take a long time to make, and last year when I made them, here's the honest truth, I enjoyed making them, but guys, they took so long to make and they take up quite a lot of space in the studio when you're making them, and I just found that I don't have the time and I don't have the space to make tons and tons and tons of them. So this year I thought, because people had asked, are you doing advent calendars again this year? I thought I'm going to do a couple, but only a couple. So there we are. I had a few little outers left from last year, and instead of ordering more, I've just used what I've got. So what I've got is what I've got. 4 lucky homes will be able to have advent calendars from me this year. There'll be lots of other market things. There'll be lots of other Christmas things. But in terms of advent calendars, there's just going to be a cheeky few. Along with this week's edition of an advent calendar, we're going to have Christmas memories back on the website this week. And also that's going back onto my market stall. One of my stockists has already had an early batch of this, and this is one of my top sellers from last year. A beautiful orange and vanilla scent with a hint of cinnamon for warmth, not for spice. Absolutely gorgeous, guys. And also beautiful winter spruce is also making a comeback. So there's going to be a small run of these, and this is a beautiful pine scent. It's got a lovely hint of citrus. It's a very clean pine scent, guys, and this was again very popular last year, so it's making a little comeback this season. There we are. I well and truly feel like Christmas is getting started in the studio. Now I think it's time to switch my melters on and get cracking with some work. And also a lovely cup of tea courtesy of Sarah from the lovely cafe downstairs. So thank you so much, Sarah. It's absolutely beautiful. I might have had a cheeky little biscuit as well, but I think the evidence might be hidden now. Now this is going to be tonight's test scent at home after I leave the studio. It's got a lovely little sparkle there. This is a new scent. It's called Lavender Marshmallow, and it's a beautiful sweet scent, but it has an undertone of, do you know when lavender smells really relaxing? It has that really relaxing vibe to it as well. I'm super looking forward to melting this one. Today's YouTube company in the studio is going to be lovely Mickey T, lovely studio vlog, and also he's counting down to a lovely holiday. So I'll look forward to watching that. It's a nice long vlog, about an hour long, so that'll keep me company while I work. And then after that, probably I'll move on to Katnipp with her lovely studio vlog. So let's get on with the day and get on with some making. bit of unmoulding done, and I thought I'd show you guys this. I know I mentioned Vlogmas earlier on, but preparations for autumn and winter are just well and truly in general underway. This is what I was setting up yesterday, and I'm going to be getting stuck into using it a little bit today. It's not quite finished. I'm going to tinker with it a little bit more, but I need to start doing some product photography specifically for autumn, for Christmas. This is a Christmas setup. I have got some other bits and bobs. It's more of an autumny setup, but at the moment I'm just having a bit play around and a bit tinker. But I need some up-to-date photos for my website and for social media that just kind of fits with the general vibe. No rest for the wicked. This weekend I've got a busy weekend coming up. I've got a market on Sunday, and it's the first market I've had for a little while. I need to get all my bits and bobs ready for it. I need to check over my equipment to make sure that everything is okay, to make sure that my table covering is clean, to make sure that all my baskets are where they're supposed to be and I'm not missing anything. And I also need to start making up some additional stock. I need to make some sample boxes. I need to pack bars into the tote boxes that I'm taking with us. So all of that takes time, and today, obviously it's Wednesday, we're halfway through the week, so I'm going to start that today just to make sure that when the weekend comes around, I'm not in a rush. So let's get started with some of that. And what you can see in front of you right now is a big blue bag of baskets. Yes, most of you will be familiar with where this big blue bag comes from, and I can tell you, this blue bag I bought the first week of business and it's been everywhere with me. It's so invaluable. And I would go as far to say, if you're a new market trader, if you're new to craft fairs, 100% you need a big blue IKEA bag in your craft fair toolkit. It's so invaluable, guys. As you can see, it's literally got half my table of baskets and storage here. I think probably what I'll do is a separate little video of all the things that I take with me to market, just in case it's helpful for anyone who's new to selling, who is thinking of selling at craft fairs or at maker markets. And I know I can remember when I was first starting up, you do kind of scratch your head for a little bit and think, what should I take? What do I need? What can I afford to buy when starting up? What's just going to be a waste of money? And I think perhaps maybe there might be some things, some insights that I can share from my year and a half's experience of doing markets now that might be helpful for new market traders. So I think I'll put that together in the next week or so. But definitely get yourselves an IKEA bag, guys. Look at how much this is holding for me. Little baskets. My big basket, this contains me positivity melts. And then inside I've got more baskets. And then even more baskets. And then hiding away in the bottom of these are my dirty little secrets. Look, this is clearly of something delicious that I've scoffed while I've been at my market stall. I'll have to put that in the bin. And this, guys, this is the remnants. When it's quiet and there's no customers, you look for something to do. This is the results of my last market, something to do. I was obviously cutting up some contact cards and some bits and bobs, trying to make myself useful. Should have tidied that up though. So I think I'll do that now. Oh well, keeping it real there, but me market setup inventory video, I'll make sure everything is squeaky clean and tidy for that. Next, I'm going to be putting together some little sample boxes to add to my market setup. These have sold really well for me over the summer on TikTok. I add 10 sample scents into each of these boxes. Hang on, these are not made up. When they're made up, they look like this. Nothing inside this one at the minute, but normally there would be 10 little samples in there with beautiful tissue paper and some nice crinkle paper and some rose petals as well. But I put 10 little samples in, either as little chunks or little leaves or little hearts. And it means if someone wants to try Robson's Retreat for the first time, or even wax melts for the first time, they can they can buy a box and sample 10 different scents instead of just maybe one big bar that they might not necessarily like. So that's worked really well for me on TikTok. So I'm going to bring it to my little stall over autumn and over winter, because I think it's definitely something that more people will like. So that's my next job for the day.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us.
So I'm going to continue with my market prep, but the stuff I'm going to film for that market prep, I'm going to put into a different video, and I'm going to go into more detail. So I'm going to wrap up this week's vlog for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you in the next one.